Hello again. I'm back here with another artist spotlight series, this time for Led Zeppelin. You know, one of my favorite bands, even though I did not get into Zeppelin until much later in my rock fandom. And well, let's get started here. We have a Led Zeppelin 1, or the self-titled. It's one of the new or reissued ones that includes a bonus disc. In this case, I wanted this one because the bonus disc is a live performance right there from, I believe, yes, Paris, France. There's the set list if you want to pause it. Led Zeppelin 1, a lot of blues stuff here. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this was the original back cover of the album. In this case, it has this negative image of the front cover. All right, let's move it along here with Led Zeppelin 2. All right, this one of course has a whole lot of love in it. What Is and What You Never Me, the Lemon Song, Ramble On, one of my favorite Zeppelin songs. Zeppelin 2. We continue with Zeppelin 3, a change of pace with the band, a bit more, shall we say, acoustic here material. Immigrant Song is there. Excuse me. Friends, Celebration Day, Gallows Pole, another of my favorite songs. Really good album. And of course, now the classic Led Zeppelin 4, or Untitled, or Four Symbols, however you want to call it. The classic Stairway to Heaven is here. But of course, just the entire album is great. When the Levee Breaks, Going to California, Black Dog, Rock and Roll, The Battle of Elmore. Really, really love this album. Continuing with here, Houses of the Holy, which ironically enough does not contain the song Houses of the Holy. The song remains the same, the Rain Song, No Quarter. There you go. Moving it along here with the song remains the same. The live album from the film. The soundtrack from the film, the song remains the same. There you go. This is a 2-disc set, 2 CD set. And now we move it on to my only vinyl for Zeppelin, which is Physical Graffiti. This is a reissue of the original 70s album. Got this one at, I believe, at Barnes & Noble. Got it new. It is a 2 LP set. Let me just, and of course it has the cutout windows there that you can see. It moves on the back as well. Let's see if we can move this here. Here we go. There we go. 2 LP set, even though it is not a gatefold. Both LPs slide in from the top. Alright, well, a lot of great tracks on this one. That's my only Zeppelin LP vinyl. And I am missing Presence, In Through the Outdoor, and Coda. Even though many of those songs, I do have them in the compilations that I'm going to show up next. But here we have the BBC sessions, another 2 CD set. From the radio sessions when Zeppelin played live on the radio. And now we jump ahead many years here for How the West Was Won. This is a triple live album from Zeppelin. 3 CDs. A lot of great songs here. Whoops. The insert just fell out. There you go. 3-disc set. Here's the insert. Let's put it back in there. And we jump ahead even more years to the latest live album, which is Celebration Day. This is the 2 CD and Blu-ray set, and includes a bonus DVD with the rehearsals. So we have the 2 CDs with the concert at the O2 Arena in London, and we have the Blu-ray of the same, plus the DVD, the extra DVD of the rehearsals. Comes in here in this box set. Let me just take it out so we can take a look at it. Celebration Day. There we go, Zeppelin. It opens up that much. Here we have the CD1, CD2 of the audio, the Blu-ray of the concert, and the DVD with the rehearsals. December 10th, 2007, O2 Arena, and includes a booklet with a lot of pictures and such. There we have Jason Bonham, which filled in for John Bonham. John Bonham's son, Jason. There's the 3 of them. John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, and Jimmy Page. Okay, a great set. Really, really great set. Put this aside. Now we go with the compilations. In fact, this one that we're seeing here, which is Led Zeppelin Remasters, is the first Zeppelin album I bought. This, and which introduced me to, to their catalog beyond Stairway to Heaven or Rock and Roll. And this is the 2 CD version of the 4 CD box set that came out with their greatest hits. So you had the 4 CD one, which I don't have, or this simplified 2 CD one, which has pretty much all their greatest hits right there. And for a long time, this was, I was good with this, but then I really became hooked and I wanted to have the studio albums. And from there, we have this one, which is called Led Zeppelin Boxed Set 2. Now, this includes all of the songs that were not included in the previous sets for this, in either the 4 CD or the 2 CD version. So this is indeed a box. Let's open it. It has a really cool booklet here. Let me just flip through it here. Really nice. Really nice booklet there. There's the 4 of them, each with this covered with their symbols right there. And inside we have a 2 CD set. Disc 1 and disc 2. Let's turn it over so you can see a bit of the set list right there. You can pause it if you want. There's the box set 2. Really nice set. And moving right, and this is another compilation that came out in two discs. You can buy them separately or together. This is called Early Days, which of course has their early material. And there's another one which I don't have. It's called Latter Days, but I don't have that one. But anyway, those songs I already have them on either on the studio albums or on the compilations I just shown. Now we go to 2 tribute albums. This is Kashmir, which is a symphonic Led Zeppelin. It's an instrumental with an orchestra. And another tribute album, which is an acoustic, a classical guitar tribute to Zeppelin, also instrumental. It's called Going to California here by Richard DeVink. Going to California, Black Mountain Side, The Rain Song, No Quarter. Alright. Now let's move on to the video. I have two. First we have the film. The song remains the same. We have the DVD of it. Two-disc edition. One with the movie and the other with the special features. I remember the first time I saw this was actually in a movie theater, not when it first opened, and when it was first released, but later, much later. I believe in the 80s. I saw this in a movie theater. I'm really glad to have it. And now we have a Led Zeppelin, simply called a DVD. There's a 2 DVD set, over 5 hours of previously unreleased live footage. Pretty much all of anything that Led Zeppelin had on film or video is here. They did not film themselves much. There's not a lot of material available of them, and what there is, well, pretty much it's all here. Nebworth, Earl's Court, Madison Square Garden. All right. If you have this and this, you pretty much have all of Zeppelin on film. Now we move on to the books. Now this looks like a CD, but it is not. It's actually a book. It's The Making of Led Zeppelin 4, or For Symbols. As you can see, it opens up, and here's the book. It's a CD-sized book with the story of the making of Led Zeppelin, including a sort of theories regarding the symbols that make up the album title, right there. And we go to another making of Led Zeppelin 4. This is When the Levee Breaks, the making of Led Zeppelin 4, a much more in-depth exploration of that classic album. Some color pictures there. Really good book, really good read. Continuing on now with Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin Uncensored. This is with by Richard Cole, who was one of Led Zeppelin's roadies, and he was very good friends with John Bonham, the drummer. And most of what this is pretty much stories from the road. If you want to hear road stories about debauchery and such, all of the crazy stuff they did, this is the book for you. So it doesn't really explore the musical side, just the touring side and all of the stories surrounding that. All right, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin Uncensored. We go now here to this is a book in Spanish. This is a Guía Musical de Led Zeppelin, all right, which pretty much which is very similar to the book that I'm going to show right now, where it explores each and every one of the songs and their meanings, their origins, album by album. And I say it's very similar to this last book I'm going to show, which is Led Zeppelin Dazed and Confused, the stories behind every song. All right, it's exactly what it says. All of the songs, and it gives an explanation and the stories behind all of them. There it says Joni Mitchell, who inspired Going to California, the folk singer. A lot of great pictures here. Well, there you go. That's it for my Led Zeppelin collection, CDs, DVDs, and books. And I thank you very much for watching, and so long.